Hey, it's CVV, Chris Van Vliet, and you have to check out the fastest rising podcast in all of professional wrestling. I'm talking about the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. If you're looking for pay-per-view predictions, if you're looking for pay-per-view reviews, if you're looking for interviews, check out the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast.
Crash and Burn!
Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the fastest wrestling podcast in pro wrestling, Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast, where we are talking about Mania 34. Let's bring everybody in. First, he's back. Evan.
Hello, everyone, ladies and gentle ladies. I'm glad to be back. I know that I've kind of been gone for a while and stuff, but I've just kind of been, existing in the world. And, sometimes people forget to exist, and it's just a tragedy. But I am back today, and I'm not going to be showing my face for this one because I'm doing a bit of multitasking. I'm working on something while I'm doing this, so I apologize. You won't get to see my ugly shit. But, but yeah, we're talking about one of the worst fucking WrestleManias in recent history. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah.
All right. America.
All
right. Next is Wyatt.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. What a surprise return we have from a former member of our podcast, Evan. But it's great to have Evan back here. But yeah, we're reviewing WrestleMania 34. We've got Jason and Lucas here, and also I'm having Texas toast, ham, and mashed potatoes here for dinner tonight while reviewing this pay-per-view that sucked. So even though I have the DVD right here, if anyone was curious, but yeah, let's pass it on to Lucas.
Burn the DVD.
Lucas.
Burn it. Yes, I'm here. This was a shit WrestleMania. I'm gonna say that. Like, there are some matches that were good, but most of them was just very shit. I'm gonna say that. Like, so can't wait to roast the shit out of this WrestleMania. Can't wait to burn this to the ground and to light it on fire like Kane did to JR.
Yeah, America.
Yeah, American style. Fuck yeah.
Anyways, match card time. But yeah, this Mania took place on April 8th, 2018 at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana, with an attendance of 78,133 people in attendance. Match card time. We had 3 matches on the pre-show. First one was the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Matt Hardy, who's now in AEW, won by last eliminating King Corbin.
Oh God.
So, Evan, how about you start it off then?
I'm sorry, what was the match?
The match was Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Matt Hardy won by last taking out King Corbin.
Oh, yeah, this one was kind of decent, I guess. This definitely wasn't one of the best Andre the Giant Battle Royals or whatever. I thought it was kind of like a letdown, I guess. I mean, Matt Hardy's cool, but like him winning just kind of felt like a last minute decision. There's a lot of things on this fucking WrestleMania that felt like a last minute decision. And yeah, like, I mean, I think it's cool that he won, but it was just kind of like, like, I don't give a shit. So, yeah. Because this was when him and like Bray were a tag team, so yeah.
That was the debut of their tag team.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Yeah. All right, Wyatt.
I actually thought the Battle Royal was pretty good. I think they really played it well. Like, you did have like Mojo Rawley and King Corbin beating the living shit out of Matt Hardy in the match, and then the lights go out, the Mercedes-Benz Superdome goes crazy, and then Bray Wyatt makes this ultimate face turn and then helps Matt Hardy win the Battle Royal. And that forms to a tag team of the Deleters of Worlds. And I really thought the tag team was good, but it failed because of Bray Wyatt got cut off TV in August. Ever since they dropped the titles to the B team, they got another chance, and then that all fucked up. And then Matt Hardy had some back issues, and then that led to the team splitting up. But I thought it was a pretty good battle royal. Like, I'm gonna name out the participants that participated in it, just to get this out of the way. So if anyone who hasn't watched this pay-per-view yet, here were the participants in the battle royal. In the participants, you had Matt Hardy was the winner, Aiden English, who shaved his head like a minute later after he got eliminated. Apollo Crews, Baron Corbin, Bo Dallas, Chad Gable, Kurt Hawkins, Curtis Axel, Dash Wilder, Dolph Ziggler, Fandango, Goldust, Heath Slater, Kane, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, Mike Kanellis, Mojo Rawley, Primo, Cologne, R-Truth, Rhino, Scott Dawson, Shelton Benjamin, Sin Cara, Titus O'Neil, Ty Dillinger, who's known as Sean Spears, Tyler Breeze, Connor and Victor from the Ascension, and Zack Ryder, who is now known as Matt Cardona. So that's all I basically got to say. But the battle royal is pretty good.
Yeah, it was solid. I guess.
Picked Kurt Hawkins to win that match because I thought Kurt Hawkins would break his losing streak, but they made another year of the losing streak.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Lucas.
I don't know. I mean, it was cool to have Matt Hardy win the thing, but the gimmick he had with the Woken gimmick was not that good, in my opinion. It's not. They tried to copy the broken gimmick he had at TNA, and it didn't work out. It was basically a failed thing. Nobody bought into it, nothing like that. The fans ruined that. But now he's basically big money Matt in AEW now with Private Party, which I think is pretty cool. And the most successful one out is actually from the participants, probably Shelton Benjamin, actually. Because her business made him more successful. Now he's tag team champions now. So that's the kind of thing. But Bray Wyatt returning, it was just like a return that just happened, you know. It was a way of reincarnation, so you expect something change to happen to Bray Wyatt. But there was like more than that too, because he actually changed more than that after the deal with the Leaders of the World split. He came back as this like base. Oh god, what was his name from Blues Clues? It's basically like the TV.
Shaniqua.
No. God, I think it's Steve from Blues Clues. He basically turned into the radar version of Steve from Blues Clues, everything like that. And it actually worked out for the better for him though. So the way of reincarnation basically made Bray Wyatt basically great again. Basically now, right now he's basically kayfabe murder and everything like that. You know, and that's how it is. So yeah, I expect Bray Wyatt to be back at the Rumble and go after Randy Orton. I expect it. I'm calling it.
My dad?
Where is he?
Okay. Anyways.
Jewish.
Yeah, this was a solid match, I should say. Anyways, next pre-show match: Cedric Alexander defeated Mustafa Ali. Well, Mustafa Ali. It's whatever.
It's Mustafa.
Whatever his name is, I don't care
It's
about
Shaquille.
Yeah, that's his name.
Anyways, this was a tournament final match for the vacant cruiserweight title in terms of 205 Live. Yes, go ahead, Wyatt.
Yeah, I was actually happy that Cedric actually won that match. I really thought the match, they went back and forth. I definitely, I always preferred the cruiserweights on the pre-shows, but we understand why they had to relinquish the title because of Enzo Amore's allegations. Not going to get into details, but understand that they decided to have a tournament to declare who was going to be the next cruiserweight champion, because the original plan was Cedric Alexander was going to challenge Enzo at the Rumble that year, and I believe he was going to take the belt off of him or something like that. And then all that bullshit with Enzo happened, and that led to him getting released in the company. So that led to a tournament, and then there you have Cedric and Ali collabing at Mania, acting all like high flyers and all that, and putting on like a 10 to 15 minute match, and then Cedric hits the lumbar check and wins the title. And I'm actually cool with that because I picked Cedric to actually win that match. But I thought it was well deserving. Like, Cedric here's in the Hurt Business now, and I think Cedric's doing a good job being a part of that group.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed this match because like this was a time when 205 Live was actually pretty good in my opinion.
Yeah,
I never cared for 205.
Yes, and I actually enjoyed 205 at this time. And Drake Maverick was actually the GM at this time. Yeah, so I thought the tournament was pretty good. And yeah. Evan, you're up next.
This match was all right, and it was pretty American,
Okay.
Yeah.
but like, no, but like in all seriousness, it was pretty fucking good. Just really like I mean, not, I wouldn't say like a standard cruiserweight match, but like the way that this entire match was set up is pretty good, because I think that the reason why the cruiserweight title was vacant was because Enzo Amore was the champion and then he left the company, or they fired him, and then so then like he had to relinquish the title, and yeah, these two guys absolutely killed it. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, Lucas.
All right, so for this match, I don't. First of all, I'm gonna say most of those Ali's gear was actually really good, with the mask and everything, going dark and everything. I think that's pretty cool. Sergio is now good with the Hurt Business, but as of recently, you see on Raw and SmackDown, not SmackDown, Raw. I can't speak today for a reason. For Raw, they basically have some issues going on. It's like Alexander's like the problem with the Hurt Business, in my opinion. Like he's just like a bit egotistic and just too cocky right now. So I expect him to be out of Hurt Business and do on his own, I guess. But this match though was not bad at all. Like this was a great match. I think John Cena was at ringside for this one. I think he's ringside for most of the show, except for the match we can get into in a little bit. But yeah, it was really good. Actually, I really enjoyed this match, and both of them now, they're just like kind of like they're both mid carders in my opinion. Cedric having the better career so far. I think Retribution needs to just be done. Like I'm sick of Retribution, to be honest.
I mean, I don't see nothing improving of the team whatsoever. Like, ever since they revealed who they were, we knew that team was going down that shitter. Like, I knew they had that invasion. I thought it was something cool and whatever. But ever since all them little mini me's of theirs disappeared and then they revealed who they were, yeah, the team's done for.
Yeah. Well, the next pre-show match.
Yeah.
It's the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. Naomi won by taking out Bayley.
Oh, that's right. This was the first time they did that. Yeah.
Yeah. So help me go first, then, Evan.
Yeah. So what I thought was great about this is that originally it was going to be a Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royal, but literally right around this time, it had came out that Fabulous Moolah was an awful, awful, awful human being, just a real scoundrel piece of shit. And WWE immediately was like, "Uh-oh, let's not do that." So they had to change it to just like a regular ass thing. And but yeah, this was kind of just mediocre to me. Definitely wasn't one of the highlights of the night. But like it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Wasn't
Go ahead,
very-
Wyatt. It wasn't very American.
I actually thought the Battle Royal was really ass. Like, it was cool to see some NXT call-ups in the Battle Royal and whatever, but I think the wrong person won. Like, you could have put it like it's like someone someone I don't know, like Naomi had a WrestleMania moment the year before. Like, it was time for someone else to at least have a WrestleMania moment.
My dad should have won.
Yeah.
Come on.
Your dad should have been in the Battle Royal and won. Yeah, we understand that. But the people that were in the Battle Royal that year were Bayley, Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Carmella, Dakota Kai, Dana Brooke, Kairi Sane, Kavita Devi, Lana, Liv Morgan, Mandy Rose, Mickie James, Naomi, who was the winner, Natalya, Peyton Royce, Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, Sasha Banks, Sonya Deville, and Tainara Kane. And that's all.
Yeah, I didn't really care much about this Battle Royal, so I just pretty much waited for the main show to start. Go ahead, Lucas.
I'm talking to somebody. Friend, real quick. Hold on. I'm back.
I'm coming over there.
Come over there.
All right. I honestly forgot this even happened, to be honest. Like, I didn't care much about this. Like, move on. Just move on. I don't care.
Well, let's move on to them. What's that?
Sorry, nothing. Never mind.
Okay. Let's move on to the main card of WrestleMania 34.
And more things to shit on.
Seth Rollins defeated The Miz and Finn Balor in a triple threat match for the IC title.
Actually, I'll sure go first actually for this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
I guess I have both things to say about this. First of all, Seth Rollins' gear was great. I think he was. God, what was it? What was his gear? I forgot. I forgot. It's some Game of Thrones. I know that. Can someone let me know in the comments what it was? I forgot what it was. Anyways, I'm not watching Game of Thrones, so go hate me. Anyways, his gear was awesome, and you have Finn Balor. I thought he was gonna turn into the demon, but he was basically Rainbow Balor. Basically, I'm gonna say
He
that
was
Rainbow
supporting
Balor.
the LGBT community.
Yeah, and at that time, I didn't know what was going on, and I didn't know what it was, to be honest. But I was like, yeah, it's a story, so it is what it is. And it actually was a cool interest for that, actually, to make him do that. Actually, I think it was a cool interest, though. But the match itself, I think this might be the match of the night. I'm saying right now, the open match was the match of the night. I'm saying it again. I said it at WrestleMania 33, and I'm going to say it again. This was match of the night. Because you had great action, fast-paced action, back and forth, everything like that. And the right person won and everything like that. Seth Rollins killed in this match. The curse stomp. Miz went for Skull Crusher for now at the end, and Seth Rollins hit the curse stomp. And then he hit the nerve stomp, and then he won, which I think was the right move for them. So now he Seth Rollins grandstand Rollins, and he had a title to Noodlehead Ramen Hair Ziggler won. And yeah, I think it was a good match though. Like everybody did their own thing in this match. I feel like if Seth Rollins would have won, it would have been Finn Balor, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Go ahead, Evan.
Yeah, I don't know if this was like match of the night, but it was still pretty damn good. I also think that like Seth was probably the right person to win because Miz was having Miz was the champion going into the match, right? Yeah.
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 So yeah, Miz had a really good run with it as he usually does. So Seth winning was pretty good. And yeah, I guess that's really all I have to say. This was a pretty good match.
Yeah, I thought this was a good way to kick off the show. I enjoyed it, and Seth Rollins taking the W was the right person.
Taking a shit.
Taking a shit.
It's like pulling off somebody that we know. Hold on, I gotta take a shit.
In his pants.
Wow.
It was on somebody.
Wow. Go ahead, Wyatt.
I actually thought it was a great way to start the show and get the fans hyped. You're in the Silver Dome. Oh wait, no, Super Dome. Not Hulk Hogan. Sorry, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I went from a curb stomp to a skull crushing finale. I don't even know if Balor even did his finisher that night, but Rollins really put on a good entrance. Miz had there. Surprised that Dallas and Axel actually never interfered in that match because they were the Miztourage at the time. But yeah, I really thought the match was actually pretty good. I did like how it ended. Seth of course swung the belt at the end of the fight. Of course, like he does is as a tradition. And I actually thought Rollins was the right person to win. I really thought Rollins deserved that win. I do like Rollins, and it's great to see him back here in WWE. But ever since
pretty American,
I would. But I really thought it was the right move. I lost my voice after that match because I wanted Rollins to win so badly.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take a comment on this. I feel like this is obvious. I think the older Seth Rollins, the burn down Rollins, definitely way better than basically Jesus Rollins. And yeah, I just think they need to. I think after WrestleMania they need to go back to the burn down gimmick because when at Survivor Series last year he sacrificed himself, so you expect that he would he would go back to his burn down character and sacrifice himself, but no, they had to go back to Monday Night Messiah. Not Monday Night Messiah. The Messiah. I want to say Monday Night Messiah. Friday Night Messiah, and yeah, it was the morning.
I believe Rollins had contacts in his eyes that match that night. Like his
Yeah,
eyes
he did.
were,
He
like,
did.
bluer.
Like
He was
Like,
American that night,
Yeah,
He
like
was
a ice
American that
blue
night,
eye
yeah.
contact.
but only
Was it
that
like
night.
ice blue? I think it was
Yeah.
ice blue.
Anyways, the next match, Charlotte Flair defeated Asuka by submission. It was for the SmackDown Women's title.
Can I start this one off, please?
Yes, do it.
Yes.
Go
okay.
ahead.
This was absolute horseshit. Oh my fucking god. Words cannot describe how angry I was the night that I fucking watched this bullshit. Oh my god. Yeah. Here, and I've talked about this before, but I'm just gonna talk about this again.
Yeah.
When Asuka was in Japan, before she was in WWE, she had that undefeated streak, and that was her gimmick. That was her character. WWE knew this, so much so to the point that when they had her in NXT, they kept the undefeated streak going. And then when she got called up to the main roster, she was the champion. And they didn't have her lose, they instead had her relinquish it, right? And then she gets to the main roster, and she wasn't even on the main roster for a very long time. And then they had her lose to fucking Charlotte. I'm still mad that they did this because, like, immediately they delegitimized her character. They absolutely put a gun to the head of her momentum and pulled the fucking trigger. Like it was bullshit.
I think they
Asuka
did that.
is
I think they did
Asuka
that so
is
Carmella
probably
could
my
cash in her
favorite
briefcase.
yeah, probably. But the thing is, fucking Asuka is one of the greatest women's wrestlers of the modern generation, 100%. And the fact that she lost is the dumbest thing ever. I'm still mad about this shit to this day. They shouldn't have done it. Like she should have won. And yeah, this was also when I started to hate Charlotte because it really pissed me off. So.
Yeah, like I did not like this match at all because they should have kept her undefeated streak going, like you said there.
Yeah.
And
Like
They
like
made
till
her-
WrestleMania 35 to be exact.
they made her lose to Charlotte over other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty stupid. So anyway,
Yeah.
screw this match. Go ahead, Wyatt.
Like I understand that Charlotte won. I believe it was because of Carmella. Like once Charlotte won, I'm like, Carmella, please cash in. Like I'm begging you. But no, it happened 2 nights later thanks to the Iconics. But yeah, I actually I realized this. New Orleans is actually the city where a streak is going to be broken. Like next time WWE goes back to the Superdome, some wrestler's going to have a streak, and then it'll get broken. Like look what happened to the Undertaker. Look what happened
Well,
to
that's
us.
my leg. I fucking broke my leg.
How did you do that?
Well, I was beating the shit out of somebody named Shaquille,
Chicago.
and then you know, they shot me in the leg, and it broke my leg.
How long
So-
will it take for you to recover?
Yeah, forever.
Forever.
Hopefully, we wish you for speedy recovery.
No.
All right. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. All I know is everything Evan said there. I agree, and all I know is what happened was one of the WWE employees went up to Cena right in the crowd, and Cena was just sitting there enjoying his time there. And then they're like, Cena, Undertaker's in the building. Cena lost his shit and
He's
just
gonna
ran
fuck
in.
your
And instead
wife if you don't go and fight him right now. That's what he
Yeah.
said. That's what he said.
Cena ran his ass off to the locker room after Charlotte.
He's like, he's not gonna fuck my wife. Ah,
Yeah.
you ran up there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. Next match.
Lucas, you're up next.
Okay, so
Oh, I
near
forgot
from
what
the bullshit ending. Near from the bullshit ending that happened. This was I think this was a great match though. Like near from that ending and everything, this was a great match though. Like you can't lie about that. Like they know how to put on a good match. And if they go at it again, I expect them to do the same thing. But yeah, they should have kept Asuka for the win. The wrong person won this match, so it does piss me off how this is when I believe that from the beginning, like this WrestleMania went downhill. Like I'm gonna be honest, like after the opening match, it just went to shit there. Like there's no matches that were good as the triple threat match or the Ronda Rousey debut.
It
Right.
wasn't sexual. That was the issue.
Yeah, it was not. Lucas, keep going.
I'm done. Move on. Let's move on.
Oh, okay. Well, next match, Jinder Mahal defeated Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, and Rusev in a fatal 4-way match for the U.S. title.
Shit.
Well, why? How about you start? Then Evan can go next after you.
I actually thought the right person won that match because
What?
Jinder Mahal, the dude does have a lot of potential.
That's
The dude does have a lot of potential. The guy does look like a wrestler, at least like the dude you could take him serious. But they're all four great competitors. I know Randy is my favorite, but I know that he didn't win. But I was still happy that Jinder won. But I think Randy should have been put in a better match that night. Like, it's good that Rusev and Robert Roode had their spotlight at WrestleMania, but Jinder Mahal, I believe, was the guy to win because Rusev already had a U.S. title reign. Roode already had a U.S. title reign. Orton was the current champion at the time. But, yeah, it was just, I know the title lasted for 2 weeks, but I think Jinder really deserved that win. Hopefully we see him back in the rings. Hopefully I see him back on TV.
All right. Well, go ahead, Evan.
I think Jinder Mahal fucking sucks 100%. I think he's garbage and trash and bad and not good.
Not American.
Right. Well, he is Canadian.
He's originally from Canada.
Yeah. So that also adds to it. Fucking Canadian. No, I'm kidding. But like,
Of course you say that.
in all seriousness, yeah, I was pretty mad about this. This entire match was kind of like just fucking weird. It's like you have Randy Orton, Rusev, and Bobby Roode, and that's understandable. But like, why is Jinder there? Yeah, this match was ass. That's really all I have to say.
Yeah. Go ahead, Lucas.
Okay, so I watched this match actually because with that at Fire Stick we were actually gonna watch Mania 34, and we watched this match and we were disappointed. I legit wanted Robert Roode, who had a disappointing entrance. I expected a way better entrance from Robert Roode. Like you could have fucking done like we did a Takeover New York, but no, they had to come up regularly like that. That's just kind of bullshit. And then I wanted Rusev to win this match. And I still think he should have won this match, in my opinion. Like this could have been time to shine, and this is when he could be over with Aiden English and Rusev Day. But they fucking ruined that after WrestleMania.
This is when he could have been your friend.
And now
Exactly.
what he's doing now, like every time.
Now he's not your friend.
Every time Mirror now,
SMH.
I'm gonna call it Mirror now. He always in a bad start moment with anything. He's in a bad start moment right now with fucking God, who the fuck it is? Penelope Ford and Chris Sabin. Jason, just no. Just no, Jason. Please don't turn to him. We already have one Evan. We don't need another goddamn Evan. Please no. I'm being honest. I'm being honest. Anyways, do not be the great value of Evan, Jason. Do not be the great value.
I already am.
That explains why nobody buys you.
All right, keep going.
But yeah, wrong person won this match. I'm gonna say it's fuck Jinder Mahal.
It should have been Hulk Hogan's dad.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Anyways, all I'm gonna say is this match sucked. Well, the next one I actually really enjoyed. Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey via Triple H and Stephanie McMahon in a mixed tag team match. Now this I actually enjoyed. Ronda Rousey killed it, and of course Triple H and Stephanie McMahon had a great entrance as usual. Anyway, so this match was 10 out of 10 for me.
Yep.
Enjoyed
And just know this, that
I'm a real American.
do you think Hulk Hogan should have interfered that fight, Evan?
Yes. No, no, listen. You know what would be cool? Like, this is just random, but listen to me. Since Kurt Angle is involved in this match, imagine if there was a feud between Kurt Angle and Hulk Hogan to see who the real American is. You know?
No, God, hell no.
That'd be cool. That would be cool. Don't lie. That'd be fucking awesome.
I admit
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead, Evan, with this match since I already went.
Yeah, this match, what's funny is that on the night of this show, I had thought this match was going to be one of the matches that would have sucked, but it ended up being pretty good. It definitely exceeded my expectations. Yeah, I thought it was all right, you know. It wasn't the most American thing in the world,
Mm-hmm.
but no, I'm just kidding. It was pretty cool. I loved Kurt Angle's attire. He was like a Captain America looking attire, and I thought that was pretty cool. And yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Lucas.
All right, so this is when Ronda Rousey was out of the UFC after her 2 losses with Amanda Nunes and Holly Holm, I believe. And Holly Holm that net kicks to the head that basically made her career go downhill from the UFC. So she jumped the ship to WWE and everything, and we didn't know what to expect from Ronda Rousey from this match and everything. We didn't know what to expect basically. Like we thought she was gonna be pretty bad basically and everything like that. But holy shit, she expected my expectation.
Holy fuck. Sorry.
What? I didn't know what you said. Anyways, great. It was a great match. Like, yeah, Triple H always put on a good entrance, even though it was like the same entrance that it had in WrestleMania
It was
33.
American.
But I expected a better entrance from Triple H. Like, you could have come out with a better entrance like that, like anything like that.
Could have come out with a fucking machine gun and shot my dad in the head.
What? Oh God, that's like murder.
That would have
Murder
been,
on the screen.
that would have been the best entrance for WrestleMania.
I mean, with machine gun would be badass, but killing somebody, that'd be way
fucking sexual.
How do you get sexual with a gun?
Well, you know.
How you supposed to do it? Like you're gonna fucking like grab the gun.
Need
and
to exist.
Or something?
You have to exist, yeah.
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 No.
God, what about Ariana Grande versus Hulk Hogan?
What? No, hell no. Okay, let me get back on the match though. Let me get back on the match before we go fucking to hell. Anyways. Great match. I'm gonna say that Ronda Rousey definitely exceeded expectations, and great way to start off her basically short career. I expect her to come back, but I don't think it's gonna happen though.
I don't want to fucking goddamn see fucking Ronda fucking goddamn Rousey fucking come back.
I mean,
Her contract
I don't
expires
know
April
though.
10th.
We'll see. I'm gonna say we'll see. I'm gonna put that. We'll see. If they could bring Christian back, I could bet they can bring Ronda back. I'm gonna say that.
They can bring my mother.
Yeah. Anyways, is that it, Lucas?
Yep, man. Yep.
All right, go ahead, Wyatt.
Fucking torture, man. Fucking torture.
I actually thought the build-up was really good. The build-up was pretty decent. I don't know about pretty good, but it was decent, all right. But I really thought that was definitely match of the night, definitely better than any other match on the card. But definitely great to see Ronda Rousey make an impact after like destroying Stephanie McMahon and Triple H and having Kurt Angle as her partner. I really thought that was pretty cool to have the match that happened that night. But definitely a great way to kick off Ronda Rousey's journey in WWE after only a year left in there. But her contract expires April 10th. But definitely a good match. Definitely a pretty good match. Definitely a rewatchable fight. But yeah, definitely go check this match out on the WWE Network for only $9.99 a month.
Until they move to Peacock.
What's that?
Peacock.
A peacock.
Yeah, so you don't have much time to say it that way, Wyatt. Anyways, next match, the Bludgeon Brothers, featuring the late great Luke Harper and Rowan, defeating the Usos and the New Day in a triple threat tag team match with the SmackDown tag team titles. Go ahead, Evan.
This match was pretty fucking good. I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoyed this one. This one was kind of just a crazy spot fest. The funny thing is like it took a little while for me to get used to the whole Bludgeon Brothers gimmick because it was like a new weird thing they were doing, and I was like, this is kind of campy and fucking strange, but whatever. But like around this time, this is kind of when I got used to them as a tag team. But yeah, this match was really good. I really enjoyed this match. It was pretty obvious that the Bludgeon Brothers were gonna win because they were really building them up. I think the only thing that kind of ruined the Bludgeon Brothers is they didn't give them any character really. Like so that was unfortunate. But yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
They looked like they at least could take them serious. Like they looked believable about the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
could have
This
done
match.
more with them.
Yeah, go ahead, Wyatt.
I actually thought, I thought the New Day really put on a good entrance. You had the midgets in the pancake costumes, you had the Usos, and of course the Bludgeon Brothers. But definitely, the match was only like 5 minutes and 15 seconds. It was very predictable. I kind of knew the Bludgeon Brothers were going to win because the Bludgeon Brothers were were on fire at the time, and I actually kind of wish that the Bludgeon, ever since Daniel Bryan turned heel, I wish the team would still be there, and then they would be the people that would help Daniel Bryan. Like, I thought that would actually be pretty cool, but I knew Harper was asking for his release at that time, but I'm going a little too ahead. But actually, pretty okay the fight. Like, I think the Bludgeon Brothers were the right people to win. I thought the title reign was okay. It wasn't the best tag team title reign, but they should have actually won the tag team titles in 2014 when they were the Wyatt family. But that's an unpopular opinion. Very unpopular opinion. But
yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, they should have won the tag team titles way beforehand. But yes, rest in peace, the legend Brody Lee. We miss you.
Of course, yeah. Go ahead, Lucas.
These are
I'm gonna get this out of the way. Luke Harper, Brody Lee, one of the most underrated big men of the business. This man can fucking do it all. This man, you expect this guy to just be a regular big man, not do high fly moves, but holy shit, this guy can do like Hurricane around and suicide dive. Like this guy can do it all.
He was a legend at doing the suicide dive.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And seeing him go on to Mr. Brody Lee now, not now, but Mr. Brody Lee back then. At first I was a bit skeptical of it, but he saved my expectations, and his last match was really good. I said that to come back, but the long issues and everything like that. But we're not against that.
Yeah.
That's very
All right.
deep.
R.I.P. Brody Lee.
R.I.P. And Eric Rowan I actually like this guy a lot. Actually, I think he's one of the most underrated people in the Wyatt family. And the least I hate, the least person I didn't like from the Wyatt family was Braun Strowman. I hate this man. I hate him from the beginning.
Fuck Braun Strowman.
Yeah, fuck him. Anyways,
honestly, I think Rowan's gimmick with the cage, I think that failed because I actually thought this was going to be like something really, really rare to see. Once Rowan undid that cage, they had a fucking spider get out of that cage, and Rowan got released. We know, but Rowan, I thought there was going to be more to it after he got revealed that cage. Like ever since they revealed who that spider was out of that cage, we knew Rowan was done for. Like, they had nothing else planned ever since they revealed. Like, ever since they're revealing something out of the cage, he's done for. And I believe 2 weeks later, Tom Phillips said on commentary, what is inside Rowan's cage? Ever since they revealed it.
Yeah. And I'm going to say I hate spiders, so it actually did scare me. I hate spiders. I'm basically at PTSD from spiders. But we're not getting into that. Anyways,
I thought it was going to be like something. I thought it was going to be something like a creature that that's never been invented or discovered before. Like a mysterious wild creature or something. Like that's what I thought would happen. But no, it was a fucking goddamn a mechanical spider.
Yeah. But I'm going to get to the match since I'm interrupted, basically. Mm-hmm. Anyways, the match is really, I think the match was actually pretty good, actually. And I think personally, for me, I think it was the right person who won, in my opinion. Even though I love the Usos, the Usos actually was great this time.
Love the Usos.
Yeah, just look at Brody. Anyways, yeah, and great match and everything. You had the Bunch of us had good gear. I think Birdie Lee was like crocodile, and then Rowan had that sheet mask with the little steampunk thing, whatever. But yeah, good match.
Yeah, I had to say this was a solid match. Of course, RP Brody Lee. And yeah, the next match was disappointing. Unfortunately, The Undertaker defeated John Cena. Squash.
I thought they should have had more to it.
Move on.
I kind of expected more into this, to be honest. But anyways, Evan, go ahead.
Yeah, this was a very short, disappointing match. I was looking forward to it a lot because back in the day, Taker and Cena had some matches, and it was, they absolutely had killed it. And like, I was hoping that because they were both kind of older and like seasoned veterans, that they would have had like a really solid match. But sadly, that isn't what we ended up getting. This match was a letdown. It was a disappointment. The only good thing about it was that I love the part where Cena went for the 5-knuckle shuffle, and then Taker like sat up, and then Cena like fell over out of fear because it surprised him. Like, I thought that was cool, but yeah, like, other than that, really, this match, there's nothing worth really mentioning. Like, it just wasn't great at all.
It was a match that existed. Yeah. Wyatt, do you have anything to say?
Honestly, if you didn't know, when Cena did his entrance, you heard, who was the announcer that night? Was it JoJo or something?
JoJo.
Yeah, JoJo said the following contest, the following match is scheduled for 1 fall. You knew exactly Undertaker was going to appear in that fight. Like, if you saw Elias, and even though you did have Elias interfere, like, no, we were not going to get John Cena versus Elias at WrestleMania. Fuck no. But yeah, Elias is cool. But yeah, I really I'm like waiting all night for this. And like, when I was like sitting there, I'm like, do something, do something, do something, do something. And no. Then Elias, when them lights hit out and Elias, I thought that was a really good, one of the best pranks that we got the entire night. But I liked how John Cena whooped Elias's ass, and then Undertaker came out. Like, they should have had like more to it. Like, have like the match like 8 to 10 minutes, like 10 to 12 minutes to be exact. Like, I understand Undertaker's getting old, and Undertaker's like 55 now. But
Yeah.
at least have the match like 10 minutes, like 2 minutes and 45 seconds. That was absolute bullshit. Like, I thought like I even got a little sensitive after that fight, knowing how short it was. I got pretty sensitive. Like, I love Cena and Taker both, but like seeing that happen like at WrestleMania, like, no, like, this isn't what it truly is.
Yeah. Anyways, the next.
But I thought the segment, how they did it though, I thought they did it well.
Anyways, Lucas, you're skipping.
Do not mention it. Fucking move on.
All right. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon defeated Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn by submission. A tag team match.
No, move on. Well, I'll talk about one thing. I will get this out of the way, actually. This time, when Dave Bryan came back, surprised me. I was really surprised. I was happy for Dave Bryan when he came back. Like, nobody knew what's going to happen. And I was happy for this man. I was happy for Daniel Bryan, and he had a great interest and everything with that. And you got to the powerbomb apron. Shane McMahon's doing by himself. And the tag team match wasn't really that good. Like, Daniel Bryan's return match wasn't really that good in my opinion. They should have done way more with the contenders in there. Like, you had Shane McMahon, but it didn't work. It just didn't work in my opinion. Like, Daniel Bryan is definitely one of the best technical wrestlers of this generation. Like I would love to see him fake up like the past technical wrestlers they've used in the past technical wrestlers and anything like that. Him and Kurt Angle would be great. And I just think personally, they should have like done way more with this match. But Dan Bryan's comeback story was amazing. Like, every time he said "you are cleared," it gave me goosebumps. It just made me cry and everything. Like, this was like his like best comeback in him, and it wasn't a bad comeback. I'll say that from this time recording. Like, he was a champion, and he's just ready by young guys over, like Cesaro, for example. Like, he had a great match with Cesaro now. Now he's putting him over. Now Cesaro's actually finally getting that push he lively gets now. So I'm gonna say it's about damn time.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead, Evan.
Oh yeah, this match, right. So yeah, I think this match actually wasn't that bad. I enjoyed it. There's really not much else I guess I like have to say about it. I thought I don't think that it was like the best way for Daniel to like come back, but I think that it was cool. Like, I enjoyed it. So yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing for me to say about this match, but it was enjoyable and a pretty solid return match for Daniel Bryan.
Okay, I guess.
I really liked how like towards the beginning, because they had like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn beat the shit out of Daniel, and they gave him like the ring apron power bomb and stuff. I liked how they made you believe that Daniel was hurt again, and they had him like being stretchered out. But then he came back, and it wasn't real. Like, I loved how they did that to really like get the crowd to be like, oh shit, Like, I thought that was pretty cool. But
I believe Daniel got carried out of the stretcher like in the beginning of the match.
yeah, but it was all just a little fake thing. So yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Wyatt.
I knew it took it took 2 years for Daniel Bryan to get back in the ring. I actually like ever since I got home from school, like I'm like this is impossible. Like don't play me like that. Like ever since that happened, like I'm glad to see that Daniel Bryan got out of retirement. It's great to see Daniel Bryan still in the ring today. Like yeah, I actually thought the match they did it very well. Like yes, you did have Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan running SmackDown at the time, and I believe Sammy and Kevin were fired. If they won, they would have got their jobs back and such. But I do. I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna be honest here. But I actually it was actually great to see Daniel Bryan put on a really, I don't even know what I'm saying. I feel like I'm having a stroke or shit. But um I'm gonna tell you, it's a good match. It's great to see Daniel Bryan back, but like I agree from what you all said. Pretty decent return. Like you did, I believe you had like some fake investigating, like searching like for the Yes Movement before like he made his entrance and all. Like I definitely thought this was a WrestleMania moment. Like something impossible became possible, but yeah, I really thought the right people won. Like, of course, this was Daniel Bryan's return. Like, what do you expect? Like, of course, no matter when Sammy and Kevin were fired, Kurt Angle told him backstage that the tag division was full and that TNA was hiring.
Yeah, I remember that one. You showed that yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Anyways, next match.
Was that even part of the script?
Nia Jax defeated Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's title.
Nope. Huh. I'm gonna say one thing, and I'm gonna get this out of the way. Fuck this match. All right, there you go. Done.
Yeah. Go ahead, Evan.
Yeah, this match was not good, and yeah, like I've already talked about how Nia Jax shouldn't even be wrestling, so that's all I have to say.
Yeah,
I
have
guess
to
we're
agree with
trending
you
the
right
hashtag release Nia Jax.
Yeah, Nia Jax. Learn how to wrestle. That's it. Fuck this match. Go ahead, Wyatt.
No words could not describe. I believe Alexa Bliss really had a really good entrance that night. It's just like how Shawn Michaels did it at WrestleMania 25. But I really thought the match, I could care less for it. Like it was gonna happen, and Nia Jax was gonna win the title. Nia Jax sucks even till this day. I know Evan is the biggest Nia Jax hater I've ever seen in my entire life. But definitely I thought it was one of the worst matches that night. Like, of course you were gonna have Nia Jax win. Of course you always want to have a new champion at WrestleMania. Like it's WrestleMania.
Yeah,
It's my dad.
It's my dad. Anyways,
you could have my mom win that match, but no.
Anyways, next match we had AJ Styles defeated Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE title.
Oh God, where did I begin? I'm gonna go first. Let me get this out of the way.
Go ahead, Lucas.
Where do I fucking begin? Where do I begin? Really? You have fucking AJ Styles beat Shinsuke Nakamura in this match. And actually, in my opinion, it was a disappointing match. I expected way more in this match. I expected it to be one of the best matches of the best matches of the year, but they fucking disappointed me, and they just put on an average match on fucking TV. Like, you gotta be kidding me. And the wrong person won. Like, you could have Shinsuke Nakamura be a champion, everyone should be happy. But no, they had to put on AJ Styles. Like, what the hell? Like, every time.
I knew Nakamura was not going to win anyways because Nakamura only was in WWE for a year. Like, there was no way they were going to put him in the title ever since being a year on the main roster.
I was thought they were gonna push it to a megastar, but they didn't. That's why I didn't go back to Japan, because WWE doesn't fucking book people from stars from Japan, anything like that. They didn't book Austin right, Kyrie Sane right. EO they did actually. EO actually did. Who?
They didn't book Hulk Hogan right.
They didn't book
okay, that's okay. Anyways. I feel comfortable now. Anyways. But man, I expected way more of this match. You had a great like every goddamn time someone has a live entrance, they always lose. Like it's a curse now. What's gonna be next now? Is fucking Edge gonna have a live performance? He's gonna fucking lose at WrestleMania? But what the hell's gonna happen now? It pisses me off. Maybe on the next wrestling pisses me off, or else I'm gonna throw this phone to the goddamn earth or something like that.
Okay. Evan, go next.
Yeah, the thing is, I think that the build up to this match was pretty good, and the match was good, but Shinsuke should have won 100%. And the thing is, like, you got to keep in mind that AJ Styles and Shinsuke are, with no debate, two of the greatest of like the modern era. You know, I mean, AJ himself is like one of the greatest of all time, and you know, like they had Shinsuke win the Rumble, which was good. And I don't know why, but they for some reason they fucking didn't have Shinsuke win, and I think that he should have won. And what's funny is, like, you know, with a lot of people, when they have them win the Rumble, they end up winning the championship at Mania, because when Seth won the Rumble, he won the title at Mania. When Drew won the Rumble, he won the title at Mania, and so on and so forth. But for some reason, they had Shinsuke win the Rumble and lose at Mania, which I don't know why. Personally, what I think would have been cool is if, because Shinsuke and Asuka are two of the greatest Japanese wrestlers of all time, I think that if Asuka had beaten Charlotte and Shinsuke had won the title, that would have been cool, because you would have had two of the greatest Japanese wrestlers of all time win in like their big matches at the big event of the year. But sadly, that didn't happen. But so yeah, but that's really all I have to say. Like, it was like the match itself was good, but AJ, while he's amazing, shouldn't have won. It would have made more sense to have Shinsuke win, obviously.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, Wyatt.
Like, I knew ever since Nakamura got called up to the main roster, like, I knew they were going to have this at WrestleMania at some point. Like, ever since they both made it to WWE. Like, they wanted AJ versus Nakamura at Mania for the WWE Championship. Ever since Nakamura was called up to the main roster, like, I knew Nakamura was going to win the Rumble that year and go to WrestleMania and fight him. Like, I really understand that. Like, I know Nakamura, if Nakamura was going to lose at Mania that year, of course he's going to get there, like, what do you expect? But, yeah. But I believe the original plan was Nakamura was going to win and then Styles was going to turn heel, like the vice versa way. But no, that did not happen. But like ever since they were hugging each other and not letting go, like I knew something was going to happen. Like when Nakamura bent down, looked like he was proposing to him for the title. When he hit that nut right to AJ's testicles, I was like, yes.
Why?
Yes, and you tap it, fell.
Yeah, like, but yeah, AJ retained, and AJ, of course, shockingly had a 365-day title reign. Like, AJ had a good entrance. Nakamura had an entrance. What instrument was that? Was that like a violin or something?
It was like a violin and an electric guitar. I don't know who the guitarist was.
It was like a rock violin or something. I really don't know.
Just my bad friend.
It was your dad's friend that played that instrument that night. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, I really don't have much to say. Like, I knew the match was gonna happen. Like, ever since Nakamura was gonna get called to the main roster because they were talking about it. Like, they even AJ Nakamura were at the ring at the same time at a house show once. I believe he was on the European tour or something, and the fans were chanting WrestleMania, WrestleMania, WrestleMania. And WWE put on like, did we get spoiled for a WrestleMania match? Like, yeah, it's happening.
Yeah. Anyways, this match was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Yeah, Shinsuke could have won, and then it could have been better. Anyways, the next match, oh boy, Braun Strowman and a little kid Nicholas, not the person from our podcast.
Jeff Nicholas.
It's a 10-year-old kid Nicholas.
No, it was Nick Isaacs. Nick Isaacs
Defeated the Bar, Cesaro, and Sheamus for the Raw Tag Team titles. Go ahead, Evan.
Yeah, all I have to say is this was dumb, and I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah, but yeah. It was later revealed to be John Cone, the official of that match, son.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. And I'd say this was pretty funny and dumb. Like, really, a kid over anybody else. I was expecting, like, a surprise or something.
I believe the original plan was Rey Mysterio, but Rey Mysterio got injured at an indie show.
Go ahead, Evan.
Well,
He went.
My best friend and I, we watched this match that night, and he is a big TNA fan. But not only is he a big TNA fan, he's a big fan of Abyss. And around the time of this WrestleMania, Abyss's contract had expired for TNA. So him and I, like, he said to me, he's like, dude, what if Abyss showed up and he was Braun Strowman's tag fucking partner? And then I was like, that would be cool. That'd be awesome. But sadly, that didn't end up happening.
I mean, to be honest, Abyss is not the right fit for WWE. Like, Abyss is like pretty much the father of hardcore. So it will not make sense for him to go to WWE. That is basically PG, basically.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was TNA when they went PG, and he was there for a long time. So it probably still could have been done, but they didn't do it.
Yeah, I just don't see it happening. Because I expected to be Bray Wyatt. Like, I expected to actually be Bray Wyatt, but they put him with Matt Hardy. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, anyways, go ahead, Lucas.
I expected to be more people in there. Like, I thought, yeah, original plan. I think original plan was great, actually. That'd be cool to see him serve WrestleMania, but, he got injured like usual. I'm sorry, that's my idol right there. That's the first man that I watch wrestling. Stop getting fucking injured, for the love of God. Stop getting fucking injured. Anyways, you could have legit Bray Wyatt, could have NXT call up, but you have a little fucking kid that's pretty much basically in the I don't know what grade he is, but fourth grade basically. They basically just learn how to multiply numbers basically. But you have him over all these people. You have to be kidding me. Like, I was disappointed in this match. Like, I'm gonna say this after this match. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna say me on this kid, but Nicholas, you didn't deserve that moment. You wrong.
Damn. All right, go ahead, Wyatt.
Again, I thought this was really dumb. Like, I remember watching this. I'm like, there's no way you're gonna have a kid there, like, getting dragged out of the crowd. Like, I believe the original plan was because Rey Mysterio was signing a contract back with WWE at the time. Like, I thought Braun's partner was gonna be Rey Mysterio, but Rey Mysterio got injured at a time at an indie promotion, and that did not happen. But yeah, you had a child in there, a 10-year-old child come in there, and I'm like, that is my family was like, that's a WrestleMania moment. Like, until the next day, I'm like, so that is why that child was in that ring that day, because his dad was the referee. Like, yeah. Like when Braun Strowman went through the crowd, you could see like you could see like a fan just following him the entire time. Like Braun was just looking for Nicholas. That's all I know.
Yeah, well, let's get to the main event,
I could care less for
unfortunately.
that fight.
Let's get to the main event, unfortunately. Brock Lesnar defeated Ryleigh's husband, Roman Reigns. It was for the Universal title.
Oh God, well.
This was a disappointing main event. I don't really care about it, that's all.
Yeah.
Well, Lucas, since you're already talking, how about you go?
Yeah, actually, I want to get this out of the way. I'm not even talking a lot. I have so much energy right now, so bit hyper today. Anyways, one thing I like is Brock Lesnar being the shit out of Roman. That's all. I like him just fucking elbowing and making him bleed. I know Ryan's like, why? Tell me why. But come on. I love violence. Hell yeah. But it was disappointing. Yeah, so many F5s. You just had a disappointing main event. Like, this whole basically WrestleMania was a disappointment. Like, I expected a lot more for this WrestleMania.
You had
like,
6 F5s and kick out of 4 of them.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
You have like the crowd there. Brock just using his elbows, bleeding the shit out of Roman, and then crowd just chanting, "This is awful!" And then you have the beach ball punched up in the air like the entire match, knowing how bad it was. Like, I love Brock and Roman both, but I honestly thought the match was just uncalled for. Like, it was one of the most unexpected WrestleMania main event wins of all time.
Well, I because we all had this again. Like, I don't want to see it like
this
again.
we never. I hope we don't get a Brock versus Roman main event ever again. Like, I thought the match was okay, but we should not get that main event ever again.
Yeah, if they do one more match of this shit, like do one more Brock and Roman, I'm not gonna watch it. Like, legit, the only good match they had was WrestleMania 31. That was it. And I don't know. It was disappointing. Like, the whole show was disappointing, basically, and yeah, I noticed shit WrestleMania.
Alright, Wyatt, you basically went, right?
I did, but I was really having my hopes up for Roman, because it was like Roman getting the Universal title was like really overdue. Like, I thought it was a little overdue, but yeah, basically just a very dirty main event. Like, I understand Brock resigned his contract last minute. Like, that got WWE thinking, oh, we're going to let you retain there. That was last minute, because Brock's contract was set to expire the following day after. And then Brock's like, I don't want to win that night. Like, you're not going to let me win. Just because I resigned my contract, I'm not winning. And WWE was like, no, fuck you. You're winning tonight. I'm like, no, that's not how this works. And then this is what happens. Knowing how much Brock didn't want to win, here's the proof. Him and Vince McMahon backstage.
Yeah. Let me like go, I guess, on this.
Yeah, go ahead.
So,
Evan.
the initial plan, Brock was not supposed to win. He wasn't supposed to win. Roman was gonna win. He was gonna beat him at Mania, but then they decided against it. And yeah, after Brock went backstage, he threw the Universal title at Vince, and because he was just angry at him, and I don't blame him for being mad. And yeah, it was pretty bad that night.
Yeah. Anyway, so I guess that's all of WrestleMania 34 reviewed. Now let's get to the rankings.
Mm-hmm.
Evan, how would you rate the show on a scale of 1 to 10?
For WrestleMania, it was really bad. It's one of the worst. Like I said, it's undeniably one of the worst WrestleManias I've ever seen in my life. It's probably the worst WrestleMania in recent history. I would say, like there was only a couple good matches, but a lot of them kind of were disappointing and weren't even good or worth watching. If I could rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it like a 3. because there was only like 3 or 4 good fucking matches. Like most of it was just garbage.
Yeah. I think WrestleMania 27 was what the worst WrestleMania because that was the build up to the next Mania.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with you. 3 out of 10. I basically enjoyed the Ronda Rousey fight and the first match and AJ versus Shinsuke. Yeah. So why? How would you rate the show?
I give it a 5 out of 10, honestly. Like, it's WrestleMania. I'm not going to, like, shit on it too much, but it's going to get a 5 out of 10.
Lucas, how would you rate it?
I'm the most hard-headed, critical person on this call right now. I'm gonna give this a 2. This was one of the worst WrestleManias in recent history. WrestleMania 27 was one of them as well. But holy shit, where I began with this one. This was disappointing. I had like 2 or 3 good matches, and that was it. Like, against WrestleMania, you used to put on good matches for everybody. But no. It was basically Christmas came for WWE, and everybody got cold for Christmas. Basically. So, it's honestly a 2 for me. Like, fuck this.
Oh boy. Can we get to the outros, Lucas?
Yeah, that's what we're here for, right?
Well, Leia, let's go. Thanks for checking out this episode of the Crash Burn Wrestling podcast where we talked about and basically shitted on Mania 34, which was most of the show was pretty bad. Anyways, all I can say is subscribe to this podcast as well as the Moshcast. And yeah, Evan, go for it.
Yeah, this Mania sucked. That's really all I have to say. You guys can follow me on Instagram at Ronald_Van_Donald. You can follow me on Twitter at Ronald Van Donald, although I got restricted on Twitter for a week, so that's fucking stupid. But thankfully, I only have like, I'm trying to remember. I think I only have like 4 more days until I'm not restricted, so that's just fucking amazing. But yeah, if you want, you can do that, and yeah, I guess that's really all I have to say.
Didn't you just
Yeah, it's good to have you back, though.
Not too long ago, Evan?
What?
Didn't you comment on one of Scott Dawson's tweets roasting him?
Yeah. Surprisingly, he didn't like block me or anything, or at least last time I checked, he didn't. But yeah, well, that's all I have to say. Don't forget to beat the shit out of people named David.
But yeah, in all seriousness, it's good to have you back on here.
Thank you, Shaniqua.
Alright, go ahead, Lucas.
Thank you for watching me just basically taking a shit on this WrestleMania. Go follow me on Snapchat. I'm gonna take a break. So 2 more days to wait for Instagram. So keep me up on Snapchat, Lucas_Rainmaker, and yeah. Thank you for watching me share on this show. This is a piece shit show. This is like basically if the new generation, new generation Texas Chainsaw like 4, and like Saw 3D. This is basically this WrestleMania. It's disappointing and shitty.
All right. Wyatt, end it off.
Again, thank you for another throwback pay-per-view review. I know there's only like 4 of us on here, but yeah, definitely go check this out on the WWE Network before it moves to Peacock. But yeah, definitely go follow everyone on their socials and keep crashing and burning. And we'll see you next week for the Elimination Chamber predictions, which Elimination Chamber will be a week from tomorrow. So that's all I got.
Chamber and Chamber and Takeover recap.
Yep.
Yes, Chamber Takeover recap.
Yep. So, anyways, have a good one and see you at the Takeover recap / Chamber predictions. Have a good one.
Bye.
Crash and burn!